JBTV, Twitter gang, what up, what up, what up? Watch this.
Good. Friendsgiving was good. Thanksgiving was okay. I'm fighting a little cold, so I was glad to have a little bit more time to sleep, and you know what I mean, and just rest. And I was excited that the last show we did, 882, was so fire, man. That shit was amazing.
I think that's the one that won you Powder of the Month.
Shut up.
What do you You know he counted them shits. You know he
Mark
counted
knowing
them.
Micah by now.
He knew that.
Mark said, shut up. He already knew Micah was on bullshit.
Mark got his team counting the comments.
Nigga here doing victory laps. Okay.
You playing with him like he
Nigga,
is.
all right, enough. Oh, and by the way, when I said, because I heard y'all a little earlier, when I said that article was done before Mona signed, that was a joke. That article, I have no idea what I'm sure it wasn't done back then in August, but I just said that as a joke to add insult to injury. Like, she didn't even work here. That was the point of the joke.
And the funny part to add to that though too, because I felt like Mona being Mona at the time, she jumped, because I feel like you were just adding to your shadiness at the moment. She jumps right in like,
Yes.
nigga, how you know what time I got signed, nigga? Like, what, nigga? Like, I'm like, yo, Mona, like, let him cook. Like, he's just joking right now. I knew you was
I'm
joking.
fucking with him
Right, she was about to jump right on your joke. That was funny. When the fuck you knew I got signed, nigga?
Yeah,
The fuck?
Right. But I will say, it was, and shout out to E, man. He's such an integral part of what we do. And he's been part of the month twice this year. You know what I mean? Out of 10. I think that might be the most this year for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right.
Oh, that's nasty work.
What? Joe got 2. Oh, well, I guess they're tied. Him and Joe got 2. That's true. And Mona might have 2 after tomorrow. That's true.
You counted them.
That's true.
I hate it here.
Yo, you counted them. That's crazy.
I just read y'all publish a calendar with our faces on it. It's not that hard to see. But, I honestly thought this month should have went to Joe. I mean, I think if Mona wins, I think that's fire. I thought Joe would have been my choice. I voted for Joe.
Why?
I thought he had the strongest month.
I mean, was it moments? Was it
I thought
consistency?
yeah, it's the consistency. I think sometimes, voters vote for different things, and it's easy to vote for like the big moment. Like, I think if the month ends with Brian McKnight, I'll probably win, but that probably wouldn't be fair either. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like the big moment isn't the thing that like Joe had a consistency this month of just like, there was days where he was the only one that was strong to me. In terms of like, we were all good, but I mean, he was like strong, you know what I mean? Like, we had 18 and he put up 30, you know what I'm saying? And there's a consistency with that. And starting off the month, I think Juicy was talking about titties earlier. I think she said him starting a month off with the titties got her going.
Always
and
love it when they appreciate the H titties. Shout out to Joe.
And look, and that was a hell of a rant, you know, and it got the month going right, and he hasn't really stopped since. You know what I mean? I think there are other things. I look for other things when I think, because sometimes y'all think I just be being political when I say so-and-so had a great month, and sometimes I be like, nah, they did the exact thing we needed them to do. You know what I'm saying? And like, everybody, I thought this was a good month for everybody. I thought everybody was fired this month, but I definitely, felt extra good about them. But yeah, but if you saw in the comments, I voted for Joe.
Mark, why does E keep getting left off of articles, man? What's going on?
You know, I haven't written it. I haven't written any of them, and I haven't given any of them, so I have no idea what goes on with articles. But yeah, I have no idea. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Sure. You don't think about that stuff at all. Like, at all.
I just, I don't think about it. I said I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay,
think about everything.
gotcha.
Remember, I'm the one
Were
that made
you
the joke, so obviously I thought about it, but I don't know the answer.
But what would you, if you had to hypothesize a reason that might continuously keep happening, what would you say? Like, what would you come to the, conclusion of?
Oh, that's that FAMU complicated, interesting, big word, tricky word question. I would say that it's probably not a slight, and that there's probably a reason to it. There's probably a logical reason to it. Whether you or me or anybody else agrees to it or not, that's above my pay grade. But I doubt that it's an act of disrespect or that it's like a diss. I think it's much more of like, I think there's a reason. I just don't know it. It's not my business. You know what I mean? So I just don't know anything about it. Shout out to Flip. I just don't know what it is.
Flip, go ahead, man. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? My question is for Mark. Hello.
Uh-oh. What's up?
So, I think that we may get into an argument. So I'm going to try
Okay.
to be mindful of what I say up here in front of people. Would you agree?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that because of my choice to take a step back, as I stated, do you think that now that I'm there 4 times a month, that takes away from the impact that Queen's Flip had on Tuesdays? Your personal opinion as you assessed everything, right? So when you come, if you look at some of the Fridays, how it's been, then you come into Tuesdays, everybody had a long weekend, and you have this fresh energy that comes in and spins around the room. But do you think that because I started off coming in twice a week and now it's once a week, do you think that takes away from the impact that Queen's Flip has brought?
No.
Because I
No,
hear
I,
you
I think you're
talking a
even.
lot. Now, hold on, hold
Oh,
on.
For
Because
one
go ahead. Go
day?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I got smoke for you. I hear you talk a lot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm listening. I love you. You my man. We get on the, but you're forgetting the impact, my brother. I'm an impact person, man. So I just want you to acknowledge the impact when you're speaking on greatness up here. You know what I mean, with these wonderful people. You
No,
know,
that's a fact. That's a fact. I think first doing, you know, Tuesdays instead of Tuesday, Friday, I think that don't lessen your impact. Cause I started, remember I came out the gate doing Tuesday, and I was getting part of the money on just a Tuesday. You know what I mean?
strike one.
And I wasn't even doing Patreon. You know what I mean? I just do it one a week. You know what I mean? So I respect it. You know what I'm saying? but no, I think you killed it. I don't know if you saw. I tweeted about you earlier today. I said you bodied it on Tuesday, on both episodes, and I think you know what I mean. That's more than enough. If Emanny does one day a week, and has been part of the month twice, which again I think is the most this year of anybody. Like you know what I mean. I think that's all you need to be fired. You know what I'm saying? It's just I was just hyped about Friday's episode, and if you've been there on Friday, it would have been a classic too. You know what I mean? It
I
just
think I
happened to
think.
be.
Sorry, brother. No, I think Friday's episode because I
No, go ahead.
remember. I think that shit was amazing. I watched it. I don't really watch. I just tunnel vision. I think it was amazing. I think it was a classic. I loved it. I do. I think it was. Everybody meshed well together. Shout out to Mona. Mona put on the clinic. I think that she did amazing.
Word,
Period.
word.
Oh, you're talking
Just
about the
what?
episode that aired on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. When
yeah,
you
yeah.
Yes.
said Friday, I
I'm
was looking
sorry.
crazy because
Pardon
y'all
me.
Friday episode was trash. But continue. All right.
We be talking about when we have to go to work. I don't be
I
thinking about when it
I
go
get it.
out.
I get it. I just wanted to clarify for the people. All right.
I'm so
Thank
yeah
you.
yeah, we sorry. And so yeah, Mark, I'm just saying when you talk it, man, because I'm preparing myself for Tuesday, I got you on my got you in my lens, my
I
scope.
already know.
I got you
I
in
mean,
my scope, Mark. I've been listening to you.
I already know.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well rested.
I gotta get you, man. You my man, but
It's
I'm here.
cool. I got and see, I let you live on Tuesday for not coming to Friendsgiving. Got people thinking I ain't invite you. You know what I
So
mean?
you did invite me. Shout out to you. You did invite me. You reminded me as well. I text you about what 8. So I called Ash and
Oh
I text you about like 9 or something, and I said, "Mark, is it too late to come?" And but you were moving around and you responded, so I appreciate the invitation.
yeah. It's all love. I just want people to know. But it's cool. I'm ready for the smoke on Tuesday. That's part of the best part of coming in for that show is knowing that you about to light at least two people up. It's usually Ish and Joe. I like that better. But if I gotta take some of the smoke, I'll take that.
Say less. Say less. I just know. You know
All
what I mean?
right.
Just know. Just know. I've been listening to you. That's all. Sorry, y'all, for making this about us. I apologize.
No, you're good, Flip. Do you have any? Because you said it's your choice. Do you have any plans of coming back on Fridays? Maybe after the New Year or something.
Maybe. Maybe. I plan on doing pop-ins. I do. I do plan on doing pop-ins. I do plan on the type of pop-ins I'm gonna do is dramatic. I do plan on doing pop-ins to support my brother and sister. So you know what I mean. But it's been great so far. I think that Joe has figured out a method and put things in put things in the right place, and that's just what it is. I think that everybody, when two characters are strong, sometimes things come off a certain way. I can come off a certain way as well, and I don't want to do that. Going into 2026, I just don't. I want to be intentional. I no longer want to just do things and say, "Oh, I thought this or I thought that." I no longer want to give reasons or speculations or excuses. I want to be a man and stand on what I stand on. I'm fully aware that when somebody watches you, and shout out to Mona, she acknowledged this, like, and they do their research, very great research, and like they come with certain expectations and walls. And the same thing with me. If I hear something, I mean, it's in our field, her and our field, we snap quickly, and I no longer want to like have the energy clash. I'm trying to have the energy flow. And when I watch more, when I'm more in the building, whether I'm in the background or watching, I get a better flow of the energy and a better flow of how the show should be conducted. Because I also want to be a contributor and not fuck up, because that the days of me doing that is behind me. You got to grow. That's just so. To answer your question, yes, I will be doing pop-ins once I see the flow, I get the flow, and pick my spot of where I can hop in and be a true asset to the team.
That's
So you're
that.
allowed to pop in, Flip?
Of
Are you
course I
getting
am.
paid?
Of course, I'm getting
Oh,
paid. Yeah, of course I'm
oh,
allowed to
okay.
pop in.
I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying, you
flip,
just
yeah,
That's
popping
a
flip,
in.
that's a
I'm
flip,
like,
flip,
really big
popping
you ain't
in,
supposed to.
that's a really
flip.
big difference in how you've like been approaching stuff in the past. Like, first of all, salute. Like, if you don't mind sharing, kind of what got you there, because you've always kind of been proud to be like impulsive and like, hey, like this is where I'm at, this is what I'm gonna do. But like, you just pretty much explained a long process of taking a step back, watching, so that you can, pretty much reinsert yourself in a way that is like goes along with the team, and that just seems so. I'm just wondering, like, how did you get to this change? Like, I hear a big change in what you just explained, and I'm loving it. I'm just wondering, like, damn, how did that click happen?
I mean, it's many reasons. That meeting that Joe and Ian had with me, that was like the sixth or seventh meeting that we had. But when my man was looking at me, and Joe said something to me, all jokes aside, he said, "Yo, I feel like I can't count on you. I can't lean." He said, "I said something about Ian being in the war room and I can count on." He brought something back and he said, "I feel like I can't count on you." And then he started to bring up, I don't know if the right word is demerits. I don't know. I got to ask Marc, but he started to bring up just things that I was doing. And I realized that usually from those meetings, I would leave there and come back like, I'm going to use this as a tool to turn it into content. But then when you hear things like that and you're trying to grow in your own field, you start to reevaluate yourself. I'm not above reproach, and I'm not above being reevaluated or reevaluating myself. So that approach was simple. Like, shout out to Mel. Mel was there, cool, and then Mona. Me and Mona's there, and then Mona is telling me the things that she watches, how she supported me, and regardless, that I realized that sometimes my approach to things or my way of thinking could be a hindrance. Because like if somebody knew, regardless of how many excuses I could make, if different people come and say, "Hey, yo, Flip, man, what's up with you?" Or, "Yo, Flip, why you like that?" Or, "Yo, Flip, you seem down." Like and I know I'm going on a tangent, forgive me. I was telling Joe, just want to jump again. I was telling Joe that a lot of celebrities that came there and asked for me, one of the things that they said is that when we met Flip, he was quiet in the corner. When we met Flip, he comes off standoffish. When we met Flip, he wasn't inviting. That's not who I am in reality. Yeah, I am that, but I'm not trying to do that to people. So when a bunch of people are saying a bunch of things, you tend to reevaluate yourself. And then also, my approach to that is to go in it deeper. So if a nigga say, yo, you have this standoffish way about you. The old Flip would continue to be standoffish. If something my dick, I'm standoffish. Y'all niggas gotta accept it. But that's not a part of growing. And I want to grow. And I'm also have my own business to flip the network. And I'm watching people try to do the same things that I got away with. And I don't let them niggas get away with shit. So then I try to say, okay, how do I change? How do I be more of an asset in a room full of great people? How do I claim my spot? Because I'm unmovable. My impact, I'm a guy on impact. I'm a guy about impact. That's one thing that I pushed: impact, impact, impact. But some people, impact doesn't matter. And then when you realize that, and your man said, "Yo, to go back, I can't lean on you, and this is what you brought here is great. You are 100% correct. But this, where I'm at in my life, where I'm going for 2026, this is not something that is at the top as it was 2 years ago." And then when you start to break things down from a business perspective of how I can implement it in my business, I put my ego aside and said, okay, I'm willing to be a team player and make, and do what I could do to see go to the promised land. And I'm sorry for it being long winded. I apologize.
No, I appreciate all of that. I really do. That was deep. I didn't realize all of that happened, and I look forward to seeing how you show up. Especially, I do want to see you and Mona get back, on the platform together. Like, you guys are both funny as hell, so I want to see that.
Yeah, and in the event that you start back doing your pop-ups again, because I remember you used to do that. You've done that for a very long time, even on days that you weren't scheduled. You know what I'm saying? You just taking the initiative. You were in the area, so you just pulled up, wrecked some shit, had some good laughs. You know what I'm saying? Woke some shit up real quick, had a few good laughs and did your thing. So when, in the event that you do start back taking that initiative, hopefully you come back, basically refined, you know what I'm saying, like you plan on doing. So salute to the journey that you're going on, and I'm sure it'll work out for the better, as it always does for you.
Yeah, I feel like we are, I'm not gonna say getting robbed, but that's the only way I could think of it right now. We're getting robbed of the moments that Mona and Flip could have. Like, I think they're two funny personalities, like Juicy was saying. I think hopefully we'll get some more of that in 2026. Y'all know I fuck with Flip, so I want to see how their interactions go whenever he does these pop-ins. Um,
Yeah, as long as we're alive, Flip's at still here. So salute.
Flip said, "Yo, we had a rough couple years, yo, but we still here. Fuck it." Um, Anybody else have any questions for Flip, Mark, while they're here? Oh, Flip, are you gonna bring skits back at all? I know you said you stopped doing it because of your public perception and people think that you're always in skit mode. But do you miss doing them? Do you think you're gonna bring them back, or are you just completely done with that?
No, maybe. No, I don't plan on doing any more skits. I do plan on doing things in a different way on television and stuff like that. That's what I'm aiming for and working towards. So just have to just pay attention and see. I just want to, working towards greater things and, just a different lane. Same lane, but different lane.
Could you? It was one thing that you had spoke about on the pod,
A
but I don't
different
think
street.
you
Oh,
ever
yeah, I'm
got
sorry.
a chance to circle around to it. But
Uh,
the commercial and then the incident that that involved the arrest. Can you explain more about that or give any more color to
um,
that situation?
so I was supposed to be in a commercial with Nigel Sylvester. They booked me for a commercial with him. He requested me, and I don't want to get into too many details because I think my mom is going to talk about it. Mama Flip, shout out to her. She's going to talk about the incident, but apparently, someone went to the precinct, complained on me. They put an iCard because of who I am instead of doing the proper investigation. And the day I went to Queens to go film and then to get a haircut, and because I was prepared for the next morning, which was Wednesday. I left the pod. I went straight to Queens, and Wednesday morning, the car they sent the car. They were sending the car to pick me up in Brooklyn at a certain time, and then I got arrested, and shit. It's just I don't want to get any details. I think my mom is, and I'll leave that to her. But yeah, I got arrested, and I missed my commercial opportunity, and that's just what it is.
They didn't reschedule it, like for you. Well, I know, like people kind of just move forward, but like a missing piece of the commercial, don't they? Don't you like? Wouldn't they have rescheduled it?
I think that my lawyer and my mom was saying because of the contract I might have signed, they didn't want to tell them that I got arrested for something. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do, to be honest. I would think that they would reschedule it, but they just said, Flip, we're gonna do something, and the position that you had or the role that you had, because we told them in enough time. When I got arrested, I called my team, I called JR and them, like, yo, call them and let them know so they can get somebody to fill that spot. And also, you know what I mean? Like, it happened before as well with me a long time ago when I had to film something and something happened. You have to keep going. So I respect the fact that they kept going, and we just setting up for something new.
So not mentioning that you got arrested kind of like made it look like a no-show.
Exactly. That's how I say I was confused at, and I'll let, cause my mom told Bassy that, and I don't know why she told him that. Like, I don't understand why they would say that, but that was her decision because she said some of these contracts they have something. If you get arrested, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about, to be honest. I didn't understand my mom's reasoning behind that to tell my team that, but hey, I go with it, and that was just in that Tuesday or the week prior. We were talking about people saying that maybe it wasn't for me. I don't know if y'all remember that. We were saying that this is not for me, or
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't for me. And
yeah, I remember that conversation.
I remember being in the paddy wagon, like I can't think maybe it wasn't for me, nigga. No, I put myself in this position, so I had to stand on that as well. So that's crazy. My mom, man, if y'all want to know the story, I think she's talking about the whole I card in the case and what it was. I'll leave that up to her, and then y'all can see it, but.
Is that on her YouTube or where is it at?
I
Where is it
think
at?
I think my mom said it'll be on TikTok. I think she's gonna do it on TikTok because she did send me a message 2 days ago and said, "Look, I really want to talk about this and get the details. Is it okay with you?" And I said, "Yeah." So yeah,
Okay, we'll be on the lookout for that.
What's the channel name? Do you know off the top?
Mama flips slots or some shit like that. I'll put it in the comments for y'all.
Good deal.
Thank
Good
you.
deal.
All right, no
Appreciate
problem.
it,
Appreciate that.
Flip. Thank you.
Let me, can I get one question with you, Flip? I watch a lot of your YouTube long format content. I just had a question on if you think you will get more of your, I don't want this to sound kind of weird, but the more of your family content, like you cooking with your kids and shit, that to me, that just shows that mature side of you that a lot of people don't see that the pod talk about, but they don't really get, you don't show it a lot. And it's good. Excuse me, it's good content to show online, you know what I'm saying? To show the different, to show people that, yeah, you said a lot, like this a character that I play, the boisterous person, you know what I'm saying? But to see your kids and everybody in the house, you know what I'm saying, showing that family side, it's a good contrast. I think it's, people like to see that.
I and I'll make this short. I will always do family content. You gotta also remember my children are getting big. They're getting big and they're living. They're becoming their own person. So they'll do anything that I need them to do or that I want them to do. But I also want them to be, to go out there and explore the world. So you'll see family content. Yes, me cooking with them and stuff like that, and other family content that we're doing together. Just as far as growing as a unit and as a family, coming from where we came from. So yeah, you'll see it.
Yeah, I love going back to that video where you gifted the monitor to Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
Thank
videos
you.
from you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
That's
Yo,
that.
please,
That's
the
that's
people gonna
definitely
curse me
top
out, man.
notch.
The people gonna curse me out, man. Come on, we always don't make this about Flip. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll be listening because I'll be in the A&Rs and shit like that,
We
listening when I
know.
come up to get at my brother Mark and shit like that. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming through,
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Flip.
you, Flip.
Appreciate you
All
pulling
right,
up as
thank you so
always,
much.
man.
All
Salute.
right,
Have a good one.
Love you, bro.
later. Love.